Secretary General David Rubongoya asomye olukalala lw'abakulembeze abajja abalondeddwa President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi okulembera nabo ekibiina kya National Unity Platform. Amuno mwine Muwanga Kivumbi gwalonze nga Deputy President we mu Bwakabaka bwa Buganda Mpuuga de Mapuuga aliyo Miranga Myerere.
Where court clearly said that the people in the diaspora, as you all know, we've been having some vacant positions in this party, the National Unity Platform, and the president, using his powers under the constitution of the party, has appointed some people in those positions. And this morning, the National Executive Committee approved those people who are going to be introduced to you today. And may I now invite you, Mr. President, to come and receive these, your people who you have appointed, and receive them publicly. And then after that, they will say something to us. As we go into the election, you'll see that these are very important positions that we are filling because of the importance that they have. But maybe apart from those people, as you all know, we had a vacancy at the National Consultative Forum, which we had a deputy president who also doubled as the vice chairperson of the National Consultative Forum. So the National Executive Committee has approved our National Treasurer, Comrade Katana Benjamin, to serve in that role. You can stand up and welcome these people to represent the National Unity Platform and the National Consultative Forum, which body brings together all political parties in the country. That is different from IPOD. We are not part of IPOD, we are not members of IPOD. But the National Consultative Forum is created by law for all political parties, not only those which are in Parliament. And our Deputy President then was the Vice Chairperson, and our comrade will be there. So, Mr. President, now let me introduce to you the other leaders. Our Deputy Secretary for Youth for Western Region has been Comrade Aguda Moses, but he recently got a full-time job. Although we still work with him, he became incapacitated for him to continue doing this role, and he is being replaced by Comrade Gwambali Geoffrey, aka Western Prince, all the way from Bundibujo in Rwenzori sub-region. Western Prince, a very tall man, you'll see him when you see him, is going to be our Deputy Secretary for Youth for Western Region, all the way from Rwenzori sub-region. Ladies and gentlemen, oyo Comrade Gwambali Geoffrey agenda kubeera nga yakulembera abavubuka baffe aba Western Region oluvannyuma lwa abaddewo okufuna omulimu ogwa full time ogutamusobozesa kusigala ng'akola ogw'omulimu. Our secretary for the elderly was Mzee Byalugaba William, who used to fondly call Jaja Noop. As you know, Jaja Noop passed on and buried him in Kabale. And this afternoon we have a replacement, and that is Reverend Dr. Ben Byamujisha Butumwire, all the way from Bushenyi District, Greater Bushenyi Sub-Region. A very highly educated man with a PhD, the doctor, is going to be heading the elderly in the National Unity Platform. Omukulu ono yagenda kubanga kulembera abakadde mu National Unity Platform. Abakadde bonna yagenda okubanga abatwala. Oluvannyuma, she's advising that we take the podium. Okay. It's all right. Oluvannyuma lwa eyaliwo Mzee William Byalugaba kwe twayitanga Jaja Noop okufa. Kakati omukulu ono muyivu nnyo agenda babuulira ebitabo bye era yagenda otukulembera mu kkowe eryo. Our Secretary for Policy was the Honorable Tolit Simon Akecha, who also passed on. You remember he was our candidate in the Omoro by-election. He is being replaced by our comrade Harriet Ageno. Comrade Harriet Ageno, all the way from Dokolo district in Lango sub-region. You remember we were with her in Dokolo, so she's going to be the head of policy or secretary for policy on the National Executive Committee. Our secretary for PWDs used to be Mr. Issa Williempala, who resigned following his appointment into public service. And for that position, he's being replaced by Mr. Julius Maganda from Uganda district, Bisoga region. Yeah, kati honorable bali mwezo ofunya kutwala sebo. PWD's desk. Many honorable bali mwezo are very passionate about PWD's issues. So you have Comrade Maganda Julius taking that. As you all know, our Deputy President for Western Uganda, I see Bright is very happy there because he now has a new mother. Our Deputy President, Mama Jolie, passed on, and we are all very sad. And she's being replaced by Jolie Jacqueline Tukamushaba, all the way from Ruchiga district, Chigezi sub-region. We now have a Deputy President for Western Uganda, Madame Jolie Jacqueline Tukamushaba. Many of you remember her story when she was picked up, arrested, kept in Makenke military barracks for over a month during elections, simply because she was found with posters of our president. Maybe she will tell us more about that story. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, you know that our Deputy President for Uganda region, by his own conduct and pronouncement, has since left the party, following a corruption scandal which he failed to explain to the party, and instead of humbling himself to explain and do what the DEC had asked him, he decided to leave the party and do what he has been doing. And that followed his suspension from that position. So in light of that, he's being replaced by the Honorable Muhammad Wanga, all the way from Butambala. Takbir. Yeah. So, behold, ladies and gentlemen, our Deputy President for Uganda, people power, our power. I need to emphasize one point. These appointments are in acting capacity up to the delegates conference. The President has appointed these people in acting capacity until the delegates conference, which will be held around June this year, and the delegates conference may choose to confirm them or to, at that time we'll be having a brand new National Executive Committee. So that is very important for you, ladies and gentlemen, to note. Mr. President, even if you go back having received them. Now, I will request these leaders to introduce themselves, and only the two deputy presidents will speak substantively about themselves and what they will do, but the rest of us, because of time, will just introduce ourselves, and we go back and sit. Beginning with you, the tallest man in the team.
All right. People power. Our power. Yes, good afternoon, members of the press and all of us. My name is Western Press Wambale. President yatugambye tubyekolere. Yebundi bujo mbazoganya era nzija awaliho nalikozaakawo wenyini wengendo otuula ngaawo. Hey, for my people from Renzori, Mama Sebabo Holo, Masije Ribiayo, Awechuricha Munawire, Bamagerinye, Komamu, Deputy Owa Youth have a Western region. And Engane, no Makaturi Akebo and their account have a Bundibujo district. Masija Kusebo.
Thank you very much. Professor.
People power. People power. Praise God. I'm convinced when you press God in the first position, everything will come true. My name is Reverend Dr. Benon Brave Yamucha. I'm a senior lecturer in some universities in this country. And I might call myself the founder of this NUP. Since its inception, I was there. Although it is greater than me and greater than everybody here, I'm a member and I'm going to act in that position as a parent, as a guide, and definitely want to see this country streamlining with peace and prosperity. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Comrade Katana Benjamin Sebo, our National Treasurer also.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Like I have been introduced, my name is Benjamin Katana. Mr. President, all of you, our distinguished leaders and members of NUP, I accept the additional assignment with commitment, honor, and a sense of duty. I pledge to be a strong and firm voice of the party in the National Consultative Forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Katana. Yes, Comrade Julius Maganda, all the way from Uganda.
People power, our power. By the names of Maganda Julius from Uganda, as he has introduced me. However, I thank God that somewhere, somehow, I'm physically seen, and somewhere, somehow, at least mentally, I can decide what is wrong and what is right. I remember some years ago, the Minister of Health said that in Uganda, there are many people, or the percentage of 10, out of 10, at least 7, 8 people are kind of mental of disturbed. And indeed, somewhere, somehow, you can see that some of them, when they eat their words, they are mentally disturbed. And because the mental weakness cannot be seen, you don't sympathize with them. And you end up sometimes sympathizing with some of us because we are physically incapacitated. Yet some of us can even do more than what other able-bodied people can do. Yeah, there was a president, Nava, Sina, and so Kalachi Papa. I will conclude by thanking the president for at least having that belief in me, and I promise I will serve the people baba kumugambire ku limusoga limusaga musoga mwene era ndibye okubanga okukiriza obuvunaanyizibwa president n'ekibiina kya nupetane especially okubanga bandikiriza okuba nti buno obwire mbanga nkola ki ngemaganya ensonga ez'abantu abali ku obulemu bwabo weewaawo erimu n'abo abali n'obulemu bwakola ki obwekweka era ndakutwala obuvunaanyizibwa obwo okubanga n'abali n'obulemu obwo obwekweka ngezaako obeeza mulayini kuba be mamaazaino SP webala kumukisa abantu era nga kusaabiinga nga omunenze era nga n'omwapuruvize tinda kubaswaza
Thank you very much. Comrade Harriet Ageno Inidiro.
The people power, NUP. No, during my time, you people are not excited. You're only excited when they name somebody a replacement from Uganda. People shout for me also. Okay, I'm excited now. Because the revolutionary began from appointing me from northern Uganda into the Hague. That's why I said you should have all the reason to shout and thank our president. I will start by introducing my name as Harriet Ageno Nenidiro, a former aspirant for woman member of parliament, Dokolo district, Mama Dokolo. Your Excellency, the president of the National Unity Platform, the deputy presidents and all the members of parliament and everyone who has come to officiate this flagging us off to the committee. I want to take this time to thank God for giving us this great opportunity. We have come at a time where this vehicle, the position is for policy and development. This vehicle, where the president is the driver, I have come to check is the spare tire, is the fuel, and everything. Is it an alternative for a government that this country needs? So that is all my speech, and that is all I want to enter in that. Entrusting me with this position, I am going to do my best that you'll even confirm again and then make me to remain in that position. I'm not campaigning.
Thank you very much. And now our two senior leaders. Let me begin with you. Incidentally, it's an interesting coincidence that she's also called Jolie. So Mama Jolie, please come and speak to the people.
Wawulidde yeyo team President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine empya gy'alonze okuba ng'akola nayo emirimu mu kibiina kya National Unity Platform. Era ng'oludde buli omu yeewera kuba nti nne ensonga zino agenda zitembeeta bulungi, agenda kukola buli kyonna ky'asobodde okukola okulaba nga General Museveni gavumenti y'egw'emirimu y'ekigo ate President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine akwate ekintu kino tusobole okutereeza eggwanga laffe tugweko na Kyema lya John Kaguta Museveni.